Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are back in Kerbal Space Program Hardcore mode. And for those people that this might be their first of these series to catch, I hope that sentence made sense. This is being played on hard difficulty, which means no reverts, no quick savings, or anything like that. What happens is what happens. I also turned down the resources down to 30%. Normally on hard mode it's 60%, but all the resource gathering I took to 30% of normal. And I did start to find last stream that when it came to cash, I was progressing, but it was progressing painfully slowly, and I was finding that was being a bit too much of a grind. So I have temporarily put in the settings the cash rewards up to 100%, which is their normal default setting. And I'm going to do that until I upgrade the astronaut complex, which is going to cost 150,000 Kerb bucks. And at that point, I'm going to put it down to 60%, and I think the plan at that point is to leave it there. Also aboard are a whole army of mods, mostly just there to beautify up the game, and some stuff, some simple UI stuff. The whole list is down there in the description. Also, for those people that didn't catch this last stream, I already lost my first Kerbal. If I go into here, and my KIA, Jebediah. And just to sort of talk about that just a little bit more, I have a tendency in my streams, when I play normally, I'm usually actually relatively methodical in the way I play. I think things through, I stick to the plan, I test and I iterate, and then I get into my live stream and I'm like, go, 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 let's put something together, let's launch. And yeah, Jebediah paid the price for something that was, in hindsight, very, very ill-conceived. So I have right now a post-it on my monitor that I'm staring at right now in great big letters that says slow down. And so I'm going to try, really try to kind of slow this down just a little bit in my builds so that I'm thinking a little more about what I'm doing, approaching things in a little bit more of a thought out way. And hopefully that will mean not as many Kerbal's dead. But anyway, what I'm looking at again, really this stream, it's going to be about money. I do have active this ill-conceived Explore the Moon contract where I'm supposed to fly by the moon, but I want to have the astronaut complex upgraded before that so that I can do an EVA during that flyby and collect some more science. So that's really, again, what the goal is. I would love to get this contract off my plate because I can still only hold 2 contracts at a time, but and then I can actually accept 2 contracts, accept a second contract. But for now, let's take a look at what we're looking at for money. And so what we're looking at are these conduct observational surveys contracts, or ferrying tourist contracts. So for instance, here I have ferry 2 tourists to their destination and back. Now, one thing I am noticing here is I don't think the increase in funds, these contracts were in play before I upped the settings back to getting 100% funds on these contracts. So I think this is still the 30% because these numbers still feel awful low. But I think I'm going to go with it anyway. I could time warp the 5 days and 4 hours until that expires, but I don't know. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to actually accept that one. We're going to do that contract. So what I need to do is get these folks into orbit. And this vessel's already designed. It has proven itself a couple of times. So this is the tourist orbiter right here. That is this one. This is the one that Jebediah died on last episode when I tried to make it into a single. I took out the decoupler and the heat shield and put on some extra parachutes and went for a complete, that I could recover this whole thing to try and save myself a little bit more cash, but that was ill-conceived, ill-thought of. Now, one thing that was recommended by, I can't remember in the comments who exactly was, but just, this looks really dorky, I know, with the 3 of these all stacked up like this, but one thing, and I don't think this should really change the, whoops, should make this guy the root part, is to take this part. I think it might look just a little bit better. I think it does look a little bit better. I don't think it changes anything. At least I certainly hope not. as far as how this thing should work. But I think that is going to be a little bit better. Let's make sure my staging didn't get messed up with that. We have that and the parachutes going off at the same time. That is for those boosters. Yep. That all makes sense. Launch TWR still makes sense. Everything here makes sense. Okay, good. We'll save that. And we will put in our crew. So the only pilot I have now, of course, is Valentina and our 2 tourists. There we go. Won't the center of mass be too high? I don't think. I'm going to try and go for the water, in which case it doesn't matter. I think it's going to be okay. Famous last words. Famous last word. I think it does look a little bit better. It's still rather dorky, but it isn't completely stupid looking. Okay, I'm going to save this, and we are going to launch. Now, I think this is still set really low. It is, yes. So we're going to launch this. See how it goes. Who gets to fly backwards? I suppose, would it be this one? The one in the middle. Hellbass gets to fly backwards. But we can imagine that the seat is actually in there the other way around. Alright. So again, this should be just an orbit and a return. And then I'm hoping to start to see some more of these tourist contracts, but ones that just have some more cash attached to it. Actually, one of them just wants to go suborbital. Oh, suborbit and then orbit. What? You're going to get one. Oh, well, whatever. All right. And, oh, look at the sun over there. We're going to watch it from this side, though. Okay, so SAS on, throttle up. Everything should be good. I got to remember right now the gimbaling or the thrust limiter is really low on this engine because I do want it for the gimbaling to help me with attitude control. But once I lose these SRBs, I do want to up that to 100%. It flies better that way. It did fly without it at all, but I like it better this way. Okay, let's go. Throttle up, yep. We're off. We be off. It's glorious, glorious. I guess it's the evening. The sun is in the process of setting. Pitch over a little bit, and Valentina will lock that onto prograde, and hopefully from here on in, we'll do very little else. We about lose those first SRBs. There we go, round 2. There is a lot of torque up here because there are 3 sets of reaction wheels up there in those command pods. Alright. Coming up through the clouds, and we are coming close to the end of that, so I'm going to up this up. And there we go, we've lost those. Excellent. Excellent. You can hear boosters banging away down there. I'm going to reduce throttle to about half or so, because we are coming up steeply, and that'll let it kind of fall over a little bit. I want to kind of keep the Periapsis about the same distance ahead of where it is now. It's about 10 kilometers ahead of my current altitude. Put on our little bit of lights. I'd love to light this up and put some decals on it, but it is right at the 30 part limit. No, we need more thrust now. I did this once where I wasn't paying attention to my throttle and actually went over my Periapsis and started going down, so I don't want to repeat that little performance. I think it's feeling good. Feeling good. It's much nicer, of course, when you get the time to Periapsis. I could put an engineer chip on here. Of course, I'd have to take something off to reduce, and then I would have the Kerbal engineer data up here. Again, I think I let my throttle get too low. And then I would have all that time to Periapsis stuff, but I kind of want to stay within the limitations of the game, where you don't get this until, you know, you've upped the tracking station. I'm pitching up just a little bit. I think I'm a little bit too close to my Periapsis. The funds reward is now at 100%, with the plan of bringing it to 60% once I upgrade the astronaut complex. That's the idea. Keep it locked right around there. Yeah, I can lock it to prograde now. In fact, I'm almost at. There we go, 80 kilometers on the Periapsis. Don't need this anymore. You know, I don't think I've had anybody at high space yet. There's a lot of DV still in this thing, but I think, especially considering I've changed the way these are oriented, maybe I should not push my luck. Maybe I'll wait until I have those EVAs from upgrading the astronaut complex before I try and do a high space one. Okay. Get a little closer to our Periapsis. Not quite in an orbit yet. We're almost there. A little bit more speed. And bump. There we go. Okay. Let's turn that off. Now, I'm hoping everybody can see that all right. I can adjust the screen brightness a little bit. Yeah. Save that as the default. There we go. So if you can't see this all right, YouTube always renders a little bit on the dark side. And so it's always kind of hard for me to sort of tell how it's looking for you folks. But if it looks okay, if you would like me to up the brightness a bit, let me know. Okay, we're just going to go around. We're going to deorbit. I'm going to try to put this into the ocean. I think there's more drag with those 3 capsules than there is with just one. So it seems like about there. On retrograde. Let's try just 45 kilometers on that Periapsis, see what that feels like. And most of the time I do my default, my descent burn right underneath the boomerang launch site. I do to 35 kilometers and it usually plunks it right in the water out here. But for whatever reason, this guy comes short. I want to get, there we go, a little bit of the free view happening. There we are. All right, so get down, get into the atmosphere. Very short mission, hopefully routine mission to get us started. Okay, ditch that. Retrograde, surface. And I think I want to toggle off all those flags too. They kind of annoy me. All right. Hopefully the rest of this can actually use Waypoint Manager to show us where the KSC is and see how close we come. And it feels short. Feels short. Hello, Madiran. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Welcome. Thank you, Floppa, for the feedback on the darkness. I'll keep it at its current settings. Get ready to say goodbye to Val. If I lose Val, I'm in a lot of trouble. I am in a lot of trouble. Because I'm not getting those rescue contracts yet, because I think you have to upgrade the astronaut complex before that. Okay, so we are going into the dark. The sun's going to be setting behind us. We're about 300 kilometers away. No, I think this might actually work well. I think I got this. Good. I'll watch the sunset back there. No, that's our booster somewhere making explosive noises. Oh yeah. Oh no, this is great. Turn this off. In fact, we're going right over the KSC right now. There it is. It does feel like it takes a long time to slow down with these 3 capsules. There we go. There we go. Which of course makes sense, because the cross section is still exactly the same as it is, you know, with just a single capsule, but it's 3 times the mass. So of course it's going to take longer to slow down. Oh yeah, 91 kilometers. That's fine. As long as I'm in the water, I don't care. RP1 and RO are a package. You can't install RP1 without Realism Overhaul. They go together. So RP1 uses Realism Overhaul. What you want to look for is the express install on CCAN. But you will get Realism Overhaul as well. Alright, we're down. And recover. Wow, a mission done with very little drama. Well, it's not. It's 3 parachutes because it's 3 capsules. I figured 3 times the mass, 3 times the parachutes. No problem, Mason. Alright. I hear a thunderstorm rumbling somewhere. Let's recover that bit of debris that's there. Okay. And we got some contract parameters for a little bit of cash. Okay, and yeah, so you can see here, not like we were at 75 and now 74 maybe, 1,000. Now we're at 79. But now I'm hoping to see a better result here. I'm not doing these high G adventure ones. There's another ferry to tourists. Yeah. Definitely, I think there's more money here now. 19,500. I'm pretty sure there's more. There, yeah, definitely more cash. So this one's more. Both got to go into orbit. So repeat, rinse and repeat. We're gonna do the same thing. Let's do it. We're gonna warp to sunrise. So, all right. So Val can separate from the normies, put in an additional decoupler. No, it's soundproofed between the 2 capsules, so it's okay. Okay, let's again. I can do this from here. No, actually, I want to take those flags off. That's what I want to do. Okay. What was jettisoned way too early? I heard it was jettisoned way too early without any reference to what exactly we're talking about being jettisoned. That's okay. Yeah, I'm going to take all these off. I don't like these flags. They don't look right on the silvery. Okay. Again, Valentina and our 2 tourists. Let's do her again. Save and launch. Well, the SRB is deleted when it runs out of fuel or jettison when. So it's not so much about too early. I did go up quite steeply. I will say that. I do agree with that. Okay, and this ready. And and throttle up. Go. On a beautiful, beautiful morning at the KSC. Try and knock it over a little harder this time. Lock that on. Alright. And next. So this time we have Gadden and Giddon along for the ride, both of which want to go both suborbital and orbital. So we are here to appease them. That is our job. Yeah, we're going more shallow this time, so okay, gotta get ready with the thruster upper. Yep, do that. That. And we don't need this. Oh, I like the rate of pitching over this time. I do find though I don't get too fussy about it. You know, like if you're coming over, if you go too steeply, just reduce throttle at the upper part. If you're coming too shallow, just take it off lock to prograde for a little while. It's much better to do that and to keep your hands away, I think, from WSD keys. As far as the efficiency goes. Probably reduce throttle a little bit. But I do like our ascent profile. Yeah, we're going to be seeing this one a few times. A few times. This last time we were going away from the sun. This time, though, we're going towards the sun. A little bit of flamey flames, but that's okay. We don't care about such things. And I think I am going to go for the high space. The only thing I'm going to get is a crew. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not true. We did we do super? I can't remember. I'll have to check in just a sec. If I've ever been to high space. I do not believe I have, but I can check that with the X Science, but just give me a moment. We are getting close to our apoapsis cutting off here. Just keep that throttle nice and low. Put some energy into building that periapsis and keep the apoapsis from climbing too quickly. We can take a look at this here. I'll get to that in just a little bit. So this is the X Science mod for those people that don't know. Really, really nice and handy for keeping track of. Okay, that is 80 on our Apo. Whoops, hit the wrong button there. Oh, this window was active, so when I was pushing my X button, I was getting nothing happening. Okay, crew reports, high space. So you can do a little search here. And I can take a look here. That crew report and high space over Kerbal has not been done. See that? So we can, I think I might just go for that. So what I think I'll do is actually just keep pushing, because I got a lot of DV. Let's keep pushing this up until this gets over 250. I have no other science aboard, unfortunately. And another question, of course, are batteries. I should keep an eye on that. So Valentina is going to get to go higher than any Kerbal has gone before, along with these two tourists. 3 of them. All 3 of them are going to be record breakers. I mean, I'm going to be throwing this fuel away anyway. Okay, crew report. Where's the crew report? Oh, I'm still time warping, that's why. Crew report. Oh, wait. Valentina. I wonder where Valentina... Okay, Valentina's not in that cockpit. There we go. Okay, so we got a crew report for 2.3 science. So the science is still at 30%, just to make sure everybody's clear on that front. All right, and... yeah, let's come around. Electric charge is going to be fine. Whoa, 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 what happened there? How am I in the atmosphere? What the? How's my periapsis so low? Did we not go into orbit? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, okay, okay. Retrograde. Oh, I forgot to go into orbit. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, okay. I was so excited about going to high space, I forgot to actually make an orbit. Yeah, I'm seeing that now in the chat. Check your periapsis. Yeah, I never raised my periapsis. I just got my apoapsis. I tell you, I get distracted very easily. So really no choice there. I just had to bail. That doesn't help when it comes to making money, though. I think this mission's going to be a loser mission. There'll be some money for getting these 2 suborbital, but not enough to make up for the cost of the mission, that's for sure. So this one will be a net loss. And I have no idea where we're coming down, unfortunately. Ah, smooth. Quite smooth. Oh, maybe we will be coming into the water after all. All of a sudden the time warp stopped, and why is the time warp stopping? Replace the pilot. Oh, wait. See, that's what's happened now, is Val knows that she's irreplaceable. And so she's become lackadaisical about all this kind of stuff. What are you going to do, fire me? You going to put Bob up there? I don't think so. Yeah, I should kind of look. Where are we on the map here? So, oh, we're going to come short of the KSC. Hopefully we'll be in the water here. Yikes. Yeah, so we're going to have to repeat this. Smooth one. So yeah, I got the no orbit checked off here, of course, just the suborbital part. So there'll be a little bit of money for that. What's the maths for starting? I've never done the maths. I've always done it by feel, but my typical thing is when I get a little over 50 meters per second during the ascent, I knock it over about 5 degrees towards the east and then lock it to prograde. And typically, you would like to be just above, when you get to an altitude of 10 kilometers, you would like your pitch to be just above 45 degrees. But honestly, I don't fuss about it too much. I find fussing about it and you know, and spending a lot of time, because doing corrections all the time also uses up fuel. So having a nice smooth ascent, I think, is just as important as going up at the exact right profile. So there's my advice for whatever it's worth. Alright, so just about splashdown. We'll recover these two. We can pretend that there was maybe some sort of engine failure and we had to abort the mission. That's what we're going to pretend. That's what Val's telling everybody. Sorry, that engine just didn't, you know, relight. Nothing I could do. I had to abort. Alright, so now we didn't lose that much money. Lost a little bit, but not too much. Okay, we should be able to do this from here. So if I do that, yeah, and we pick the tourist one, and again, Valentina with our 2 tourists, and we should be able to just launch straight up. Yeah, I think everybody's a little different when it comes to their ascents. Alright, we're doing this again. We're doing this again. So, we do... Oh, got those... Just delete those. Somehow keep this open. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, go. Be off. You might be seeing this one a lot. You might be seeing this mission a lot. So yeah, so I'm just over 50. I'm going to knock it over till I'm about 5 degrees. There. Kind of hold that a little bit. Let the prograde vector kind of catch up to it. And then I just lock it to the prograde vector. That's all I do. Oh. And I got to remember to stage. So this one looks like it's going to be a little steeper. But rather than fussing with it, I'm just going to leave it alone. And let it keep ascending. Yeah, it's definitely steeper than what I had before. But I'm not adjusting it any further. Just do gotta get ready to add more thrust. And then I'll just fix it with just reducing thrust up at the top end. And that'll get it to fall over too. And, you know, am I doing it in the absolute most efficient way? Probably not, but I honestly don't care that much. I mean, I'm throwing away fuel at the end of each of these missions anyway. Okay, we're going to reduce throttle, and that'll get it to sort of start to fall over a little bit more. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at this apoapsis, and right now it's maybe about 15 kilometers above my current altitude. I'd like to keep that more or less the same. If I had time to apoapsis unlocked, I'd be looking at this and keeping it at around 50 seconds to a minute from apoapsis, which is much, much easier to... No sort of insto math to have to do. Alright. Yeah, the part count is only 30, and this is exactly 30 parts. The irony of it all is that if you're playing in a career mode, it's when you don't have all the extra little flight assists and you got a minimal amount of parts, that's when it's hardest to do the orbits. And then as you get better parts, better engines, bigger tanks, and you get more information coming at you here, suddenly your orbits become, and you get more means of attitude control, the orbits get easier. Whoop, I need more throttle here. In fact, I need a lot more throttle. I was not paying attention. I'll pitch up a little bit, just noticing my Apple Waps is getting a little bit too close. It's all good. Lock that back to prograde again. And we are in space, and this time I will remember to bring my Periapsis up. We ain't coming back down until we see little check marks here. And the only other thing I like to do is when I'm doing this, I'll pitch down a little bit and try and keep this apoapsis relatively constant. I don't want it to get all climby on me. You do that by just pitching a little bit below the horizon. Keep it around where it is. There we go. That's good. Okay, we got ourselves our orbits. And now let's bring her down. I always go for 80K. That's just my sort of default low Kerbal orbit. The other thing to notice, by the way, I don't know if you caught it, but you have fewer ground stations when you set it to hard, which I kind of like. So there are dead zones. Now, it's not a big deal when you got a Kerbal aboard because the Kerbal can still fly, but it certainly is if you're doing it with a lot of uncrewed crafts. But there are spots now where you lose the connection. Okay, and last time I brought it down around 42, 43 kilometers. That seemed to work really well, so I'll do the same. Well, I went a little further than that, but that's okay. I'm seeing one question there from Oliver. One question. Is it possible to put a semi-transparent frame behind the chat overlay? Sometimes it's hard to read. I'll look into that, yes. Especially with all the white clouds. Now, you do, while you're watching the, like right now, there's a separate chat window in YouTube if you want to follow the chat. But yes, I'll look into that. Because I've been noticing that too. And it's really since I've gone to these volumetric clouds. Like, for instance, right now I can see the chat is being lost in all the whiteness over here. And there's a lot of whiteness. So I'll look into that. Or maybe just changing the color of the chat will work too. But I will look into that. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can take a look at that right now. Why not? Let's see what I can do. What is it here? There are the colors. Okay, there's a background color. Oh, they don't give me the... Oh, that doesn't help. What if I just change... Okay, I gotta look back at this. What's going on here? Yeah, how about we stage this? Okay, come back to this. Playing with settings here and not watching my game. Oh, I do not like... Very weird. Okay, I think I might have just changed... Yeah, I just changed the text colors. But it's very weird, the interface. I'm using Streamlabs. Very, very strange interface there. Or did I just... Is the chat still there? Hopefully that didn't just disappear, what I just did. There it is. Oh, I don't know if people like the red or not. I'll have to play with it sometime. There is a background feature, but the way the color map works is very strange. But of course, I'm trying to do two things at the same time, which never works well for me. Changing the color might be even a worse decision. You think it should go back to white? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to look at where to... you're asking me to look into those settings while I'm doing this at the same time and multitasking with my brain usually doesn't lead to good things. I did try to look. Yeah, yellow's a good idea. The issue is, let me try it again, that for whatever stupid reason, the interface, I'm not sure what's going on here. It's very, very strange is all I can say. Let's try this. There we go. The interface, it's hard to describe this, but what it's doing is every time I click to change the color, it just gives me an eyedropper. And what I gotta do, and I'm sure there's something somewhere to fix this, but I just look for something on my screen somewhere that's the color that I want. I don't have... Other than putting in a hex code, I don't have any other way to change the color. So I just found something that's yellow. I think it was someone's smiley face in the chat that I clicked on. I think that's better. I'm not going to change it anymore. I'm going to go with that. Alright, where are we? I think we're coming... Oh, we're landing in the deserts. KSC's over that way. Should be okay. It'll be okay. Oh my gosh, I read it wrong. I'm nowhere near. How is it? Wow. Way off. I must have started the burn at the wrong place. No, rockets, it's not like rocket science, Landon. It's much, much more complicated. At least for me. Alright, we're coming down not in the pine tree, but right beside it. That's nice. All these trees are physicsless, so I've got a nice little meadow to touch down in. There we go. Recover. Okay, that contract's done. Took 2 tries, but it's done. Alright, do I at least have a little bit of money? Oh, 120! Yeah! That's what I'm looking for. 120,000. Curb bucks. Remember, my goal is 150. But as soon as I get to that I'm going to put it back down again. Okay, I got... Again, more of these. Conduct observational surveys. More ferry VIPs. This time it's only 1, though. Ack. And not a lot of money. Very little money, in fact. That might have been sitting there from before. Okay, we do have some of these conduct-focused observational surveys. I think these make better cash for me than the tourist ones do when the cash is low, because the rocket's just so expensive. So I got this one, and I got this one with 3 above, but I don't think I can do 3 above, so I should probably do this one. There's also these testing contracts. No, I don't want to do that. Haul the Terrier engine into a suborbital trajectory over Kerbal. Look at the money! Oh! Oh! So I just got to take the Terrier engine, get to an altitude of 250 to 260, be suborbital. Ooh, me likey. That's like easy peasy pants. And look at all the cash you get for that. I'm grabbing this right now. I'm grabbing this one. I think that's my better moneymaker than this. What do people think? I think so. Yeah, let's do this. And what I could do... God, what time is it? I could cheat this and keep the Terrier and do the Mun Flyby Mission. Because that Terrier will make... Well, why am I still staring at this screen? That Terrier will make building a moon rocket much, much easier. So this is what I'm thinking. We can go back to the moon to do those EVA reports. Here's what I'm thinking. Take advantage and build yourself a funkalicious little orbiter with this Terrier engine that they're going to loan to me, but I don't have to give it back just yet. Oh wait, I need a heat shield. I need a heat shield. And I need a decoupler. There, and then we'll put a tank, maybe a few of these tanks underneath it. And like a Terrier. So there's like 2,361 meters per second with a like I can build myself a functional little orbiter. Now I figure for a Mun Flyby, and to give me some safety margin, because I don't have any I don't have patch conic, so I can't see my trajectory outside of the SOI I'm currently in, which means I won't see my trajectory past the moon until I'm there, and I won't see my return trajectory until I'm out of the moon's SOI, and I won't have maneuver nodes to plan all this stuff out. I want to give myself a little bit of extra delta V. I'm figuring about 30, let's call it, I'm thinking about 1,300 meters per second for the whole mission part once I'm in orbit. Add on 36, so 1336 is 49, right? 13 and 36 is 49. Yes, so call it 5,000 to be, if I can get close to about 5,000 meters per second. Oh, that doesn't produce EC. That's a very good point. Oh, a very good point was just made. But it's not like the Kerbal's gonna die. And I don't have batteries, and I don't have solar panels. Oh. That's, oh, after you finish this stream, I'm, okay. That's a very good point. This does not generate electricity. I only have 10 units of electric charge, I think. Nope, 50 units of electric charge. And I don't think you can put it in... I don't know, if I just turn everything off? Let's give it a go. Let's, we'll see. If all of a sudden things are looking really scary, like I'll look once I'm in orbit at what the electrical consumption is, but I'm hoping if I turn off like the reaction wheels and everything, I mean, there isn't much that consumes electricity, and then just save it. I mean, I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about life support or anything like that. Stick a swivel on the bottom of this. You know what's nice too is I don't have to pay for the Terrier. It's being just given to me. Look at that. I'm already getting in the zone here. Oh, I gotta watch my part count. I'm only at 15. 4468 total meters per second. That's a little bit, I think. Ugh, let me take out one of these. That feels good. And then probably the same pattern as before with that I had with that orbiter you just saw. See, this is where I get non-methodical and reckless again. It's like, oh, I want to do it. Let's go for it. I do not have nose cones. Oh, I do. I do. Oh my god, nose cones. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's check. That goes there, that goes there. Okay. I'm getting close to 5,000. I still have a lot of parts. So I'm thinking kind of I'm in a go big or go home type of mode. So I'm thinking like let's put on a couple more of these. So there, just check the staging out there. There. And then those come on, and then these come on. And I think I'm going to put this engine down here again. Same trick I used before, but turn this gimbal limit. Let's down right down to 10%. And this is just for, or 20%. That's what I have on the tourist rocket. And we'll adjust our launch TW. But now I'm like, what was my TW? My 5,200 meters per second. That should be able to do it easy. In fact, I could probably just get in orbit and come back. It's mighty tempting. Just adjusting launch TWRs. There we go. This one is got a launch thrust. But you can see how the that feels better. Oh, now I'm only at 5842. Let's turn this down even further. Let's turn this to 10% then. I don't want to. I'm using up too much of this central core fuel. Did I turn down the right one? Oh, I'm turning down the gimbal limit. What a monkey brain. What a monkey brain I am. That's why. Okay. So this has to go way up. Is that being mentioned in the chat? No. Let's see. 35. Okay. I gotta adjust these TWRs again. I thought I was turning these down too low. It wasn't really making a heck of a lot of sense. There we go. 5365 meters per second. I'm being asked how hard is it to get to the moon in RP1. I've never done it, so I'm not one to. My RP1, like what you see in that RP1 series that I did, which culminated in me getting to orbit of Kerbal, or not Kerbal, the Earth. That's as most RP1ing as I've ever done. Do I have struts? I don't have struts. There we go. 26 parts. I even have parts that doll this up a little bit. I'm mighty tempted. Mighty tempted to take this thing to the moon. So this is going to be... My system for naming is the first two letters are for the, you know, what it's designed around. And then I use C for crew. And then O for orbiter. And then I give it a number 01. So this is going to be the Mun, or Moon, however you decide to go, CO01. I'm going to save that. And we're going to see if we can make this a little prettier. Go a little pretty on this. Because I spend way too much time. Like I said, I'm going to want to slow down. And then this might give me a moment to reflect on whether this is a good idea or a bad idea, what I'm doing. So I'm going to go to the whole Bob Ross thing here, and then we'll adjust everything after that. What am I clicking on here? Oh, that's a shroud, I guess. Yes. Oh, the Terrier. Does it not have the... I guess it's just... Oh, here we go. It's right here. There it is. So this is a sort of default color palette. It really is nice because it helps you identify... I'm Yeah, keep that on the default. What's... and this. Alright. So let's first look at our orbiter. Oops. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of this, so we're going to open up our color GUI on this motor. And let's see. Let's look at the engine bell, and the engine bell should not be red. Let's paint that black. Is there a black? Black. Absolute black. And here, black. And then for the piping, the plumbing part there, we'll go for like sort of a gold metallic on that. There we go. And then that's the bell part. This must be... nope. What I'm looking at there. Oh, the toroidal tank part. There we go. Oh, yes. There we go. And then the blue part there is a nice black as well. Oh, I see. We're looking... oh, man, you can look right up into the gizzards there. That's kind of amazing. You're changing all these little tanks and things in there. Like there's a little green tank in there under the engine. We can change that to be like, you know, like a... what do we got here? Like a metallic steel color. Same with that blue one. You can go crazy in there. And then there's some green struts. You can see those. They can just be... there we go. And then we got a blue on the toroidal part. And that can be, again, that gold pipey color. Where am I here? The toroidal part there, blue. Yeah. Actually, this should be gold. And then this can be black. Oh, look at that. Okay. We'll be less exciting with all the rest of this. So I'm just going to actually, again, open that color GUI. We'll make this just a white. Is there an absolute white? And the green is white. And the blue is white. Okay, I obviously have still some green in this engine. Color GUI. This green here. Let's make that, again, the gold color. Ah, that's what I'm shooting for. Beautiful. Okay, now this one. White, and white. So we're making ourselves a little orbiter there. And then we got the decoupler. No idea what I'm doing. And then those green triangles will make a red. Lovely. And then we'll make this whole cockpit bit white too. Okay, the red is white, and that blue will go to a nice sort of dark gray color. And we'll do the matching thing with the hatch. And then finally we got the parachute. And it seems like white is the theme I'm going for on this, isn't it? So white. And where that green is will be the light gray. Or the dark gray, I think I picked. That looks right. And the blue, whoops. That feels I feel okay about that. I'm not going to go too crazy with the rest of this, but I thought I'd make a nice little orbiter for us. Oops. I'll close that. Grab this. And in fact, for the rest of this, I might just go... There's an option here just to make it shiny. That's what I've been doing up till this. So we'll just go with the make it shiny. Ooh, it's not shiny silver. It's like shiny bronze. I'm not sure why this shroud... you know what? I'm going to live with the red shroud. I do like this kind of shiny brass color, or bronze, or gold, or whatever that's supposed to be. Oh, and then these are white. Interesting. Or not white, but like just steel. Just there. Go with that. Okay, we got 4 parts left, so we're going to put some textures on this guy. So this is... We're going to go right here and go to radial symmetry, and this is the Munar 1, we're going to call it. Oops. And our text is going to be the NASA text. Scale it down a little bit. Want it to be too ostentatious. On either side of the hatch. So, oh, that didn't come out nice. Rotate this. It's the wrong way. That's what I was thinking about. There we are. I likey. Okay, that pretty much... Okay, let's call this. Oh, fins. Fins. Yeah, I haven't put on fins yet. Oh, that will take up my 2 parts, and my Munar 1's going to have to disappear, but that would be sensible, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay, we'll put on fins. Did I put on fins on? I'll trust people. Yeah, I should have put on fins. Put fins down here. Okay, fine. Fine, fins. And that maxes out my part count. Alright. Oh, I have all these boosters going off at the same time. Why is it doing that? This goes first. Yeah. Wait. Those go second. That goes first. This goes with that. Somehow all of these got messed up. That goes there. That goes there. Yes. Okay, that should... Yes, that's got... Why? Oh, wait. Where's that Terrier engine? It's in a funny spot now. I can tell. Why is the stage 2 TWR so... That can't be right. That's right, but this can't be right, this 0.43. There's no way that's right. Oh, because, yes, this will be at 100 when I get to there, so that makes perfect sense. Nope, it's good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so... Use RCS Build Aid, what for? RCS Build Aid right now is useful for giving you where the dry and the wet mass is, but other than that, it's not terribly. I'm gonna go for it. This is gonna be our last pilot, but I think I'm gonna go for the moon. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So we're gonna save, and we're gonna launch. So we're gonna go for that Mun Flyby. Oh, the TWR ratios. Yeah, but I think no, I understood why the TWR on Engineer was wrong. It really wasn't wrong. It was assuming my thrust limiter was still at 20%, but I'll be jacking that up to 100% here. But of course it doesn't know that. All right, Valentina, are we ready? Are we ready for this monumentous and terrifying ride? I think we are. Okay, throttle up, SAS on. Just check the staging just one last time. I think these motors... I'm not convinced I have these motors. Oh, wait. Those come on second, but I thought these ones were... I think I have these motors the wrong way. I think these should be here. I can't even see the thrust limiters. Oh my gosh. No. I think I should go the way it was before. Sorry, I'm suddenly not... I'm suspicious of my staging, but okay, I'm gonna have to go with this. All right, let's do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, that feels low. Oh well. I think I got these on wrong, but we're gonna have to go for it. I think these ones are supposed to come on first, and those ones are set to go second. Because that was a pretty low takeoff TWR. But who knows? Might work. It's going for it now. Okay, lock that to prograde and next. Shit. It was a staging fiasco. Okay, whoa. I just pushed cockpit. Cut. Stage. Oh, well. Well. That was expensive. I knew the staging didn't feel right. Oh my gosh. Oh. I was checking the staging. It's just... It's hard to whatever. Val survived. That's what matters. Okay, we're gonna recover this. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not. I wasn't going to try and recover the whole vessel. I'm down a pilot already. We were gonna abort the safest way possible. But that was... What a mess. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Oh my gosh. I have bad days every day, Zoe. Every day is a bad day. Okay, we're going over this staging again because this is not here. These should go here. That's what... That one and that far one. Yes. And then not those decouplers, these decouplers. Okay, let's try this again. Those go on, then with that at the same time. Yes. Then those decouple. Yes. Then these come on at the same time those decouple. Yes. Then those decouple, lose those. Boom, boom, boom. The rest of it's fine. Okay. We are going to check our TWRs. Launch TWR 0.35 is perfectly reasonable. Mid-stage 0.23. Yeah, I had these boosters the wrong way around, and then these decouplers with... I don't know. I'm not even going to try to explain because I don't understand it myself, but I'm just an idiot. That's all it was. Okay. So what? Valentina's back in the seat nonetheless. Yeah, we'll try it again. It's 10,000 funds down the drain. Oh well. Try it again. If we can get around the moon. Hey, NASA didn't get there on the first try either, you know. Okay, T and Z. And a little more nervous about it this time, but let's go. Okay, see, this feels much better right away. Right away, we are accelerating at the rate at which I'm used to. Pitching over. Lock that on and get this ready to go to 100. Now, I would really, really like to keep this heading. This time I am being a little picky about it. I want this heading to be really at 90 degrees. There we go. That went fine. So that I end up in an equatorial orbit. Because that will make coming around the moon... Though the moon's a pretty... I corrected too much. The moon's a pretty large target, so it's not too difficult to hit. Okay. Is that going to be 90 now? I'm going to settle on 90, settle on 90. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, so I got to get ready here to put this at 100%. Same idea as... 100%. Go. That's a lot of thrust, I think, right now. A little bit of booms behind us. I think I can reduce this. This feels like it's really pushing hard. Yeah, there's a pretty high TWR there. Okay. And already my apoapsis is pretty high. I'm going to cruise like this. And I really got to watch electric... Okay, I'm going to get rid of all those contract parameters. I don't care. The one I worry about is the going to the moon one. Got to fly by the moon. Reduce throttle. My apoapsis is already at 60 kilometers. There's a lot of thrust in this middle stage. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this red stripe in the middle, but I'm really disappointed I didn't get to put my numbers on there. Okay, I'm really reducing throttle. I want to keep that apoapsis from getting too far. Before we... Oh, I think I'm going to be cutting it soon. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to cut throttle, get up towards Periapsis, still, or apoapsis. Still got a lot to do. See, our orbital velocity is only about 1.25 kilometers per second, so we need to add about a kilometer onto that. Stay on that horizon. I think I gotta start burning. Got a lot of energy to put in here still. Oh, still got another stage. It's all good. Moment of what? Engine stopped. Oh yeah, I got a Terrier still. Full thrust with the Terrier there. Oh, we're pretty close to... We're almost there. Almost there, almost there. Good enough. Okay, now what I'm going to do is keep SAS off, because we have no means of electrical generation anymore. And right now we're not using up any electric charge, so we might be okay. So just every time I'm not using the SAS, I just turn it off. That's going to be the plan. Okay, let's get ourselves to the moon. Now, like I said, I have no maneuver nodes, no patched conic, so I can't make a maneuver. So what I am going to do... Just thinking about this. The old school way to do it would be just as the moon rises, burn. But I actually think I want to burn just a... Well, actually, that probably is about right. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's time warp around to there. We're going to wait till I just start seeing the moon. And we're waiting till we just start to see it coming over that horizon there. Yeah. That's actually a little bit late, but I think that's a good thing because I want to come around the retrograde side of the moon anyway. So burning a little bit late and coming on the left side of the moon from our perspective here would be a good thing. Because if you come around the prograde side, you're going to get yourself a gravity assist from the moon, which gets you flung in the wrong direction. We do not want to be orbiting the sun. I'm also going to keep my closest approach to the moon very, very high so that the moon has a minimal effect on my trajectory. Because I really don't know what my trajectory is going to be like coming out. So as soon as we start to see the moon begin to rise, gonna lock that. Oh, there it is. Okay, SAS on, lock the prograde, and burn. There's the moon there. Go. And we're just gonna push that out to the same altitude as the moon's orbit. Still got over 1,600 meters per second, so I think I'm fine. There'll probably be corrections along the way. What's really nice is if you can plan this out using like maneuver nodes, that's what I was trying to say, you can make it so that your return back is completely free. And in fact, I finally figured out how to make your return free. Here, I gotta stop talking. Give me a second. Let's get to here and cut. How's that looking? I think that looks pretty good. Again, SAS off to conserve electricity. I finally figured out how to go by the moon and coming close to the moon and still get a free return. Unfortunately, that requires maneuver node, so it's not happening here. Okay, so we're getting ourselves out there. Oh, we're going to lose contact. So Val is now... No antennas. I don't think I've unlocked the antennas yet. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm way ahead. But Val is slowing down while the moon is continuing at its own speed. I think we're okay. Moon's got a large SOI. Come on. Moon's got to catch up to us. Come on, Moon. You want us. You want us. You want us. You want us. Oh yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit too good. A little bit too good. Auga, auga. Radially in, I think I need to go. Oh, SAS on. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I should have waited a little longer. This is why I got the extra fuel. Go. Go, 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 go. So I do want to come around the retrograde side of the moon, like I am here. Wow. I still got 750 meters per second. I have no idea what that... Let's see what that's like. Wow. That kind of scared me. Okay, SAS off again. We can do a crew report. I put no science on this thing. Am I a proper idiot or what? No science. All we can do are crew reports. I do have, you know, I no mystery goo, no thermometer, no barometer. Valentina, why am I so stupid? And Valentina can't do EVAs. Where's the moon? There's the moon. All right, we're gonna come around the moon. We are doing the... Oh, the Explore the Moon contract is successful. Notice I didn't even have to bring them back. Now, this is interesting. Okay, the suborbital part. Can I do this still? Okay, come on, let's get around the moon. There we go. Now it looks like I'm going the right way around. Check for new Nah, we'll come back. I'll come back with a proper science load and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, I'm more excited just about getting this contract off of here and being able to accept 2 contracts at the same time. And the next time I come back, we'll make it so we can do frickin' EVA reports. But look, I got 750 meters per second. I mean, I could get a capture and then break orbit again. Might have been the safest way to go, to be honest. I could have gone into low orbit, because capturing into low orbit is only 280 meters per second. But I mean, there was just 1 additional crew report to gain doing that. So it's not that advantageous. All right, so we're doing our flyby. By moon. Wow, I can't believe how well I hit the moon there. Okay, now we are coming around Kerbal, and our periapsis is 507 kilometers, which isn't bad. So what I'm just going to do, let's see here, a little, oh, SAS back on again. How's my electricity doing? See, I've been managing to conserve electricity. Mostly retrograde, a little radially in, I think. Something maybe about there. Okay. And we're going to bring this down. I usually go for about 45 kilometers. Got so much fuel, it's going to be fine. But what I'm curious about... Okay. This is now suborbital. See that? That's a little... this contract for the Terrier... Here, turn the SAS off. This suborbital trajectory is now checked off. So now when I'm in an altitude between 250 and 260 kilometers... all it said was to haul the Terrier. I don't have to do a test. I don't have to do anything. So we should be okay. Val has been in lost contract. Val, Flymaker, Val lost contact with the KSC the moment she left low Kerbal orbit. Because I have no antenna on this thing. So Val has been out of contact for more than a day. Despite going, yeah, so far side of the moon, near side of the moon, none of that matters. Let's get down there. We're coming for you, Kerbal. We're coming for you. That was funny. Alright, so again, I'm waiting to get below 260, and this should be... I wasn't even looking at completing this, but I think I'm going to. Like it this way. Okay, slow down. So electricity wasn't a big deal. Okay, so when we hit 260 kilometers here, I'm hoping this goes green. Valentina's making up for the fact that she lost the first rocket. And... Alright! 2 contracts! Oh, I shouldn't be as excited about that as I am. But I am. So my whole contract window is going to be clear. This is going to be fabulous. Okay. Still going to watch electricity, but clearly that's okay. All we got to do is survive our descent, but I've done this a million times. Not that I want to jinx it or anything. We're coming down in the night. Coming down in the night. Oh, shoot. I wasn't paying attention. Atmosphere. Retrograde. Caught napping. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Okay. Oh, the biggest problem with this is now that I have satisfied this contract, I will not have the Terrier engine to use anymore until I unlock it proper like. So I used under 10 electric charge through all that. That's because there's, other than the reaction wheels, there's nothing to use up electricity on this thing. And I mean, that's completely unrealistic. I mean, you got life support to, at the very least. Kind of want to keep them warm too. There's lots of things that need to be running. Yeah, R.I.P. Terrier engine. But it was nice. It was nice having you. That certainly made this whole mission a heck of a lot easier. And this should be... Oh no, there's not much science. I only did one crew report. But there will be some science for milestones and stuff like that. Those are some high G's. Really? Lots of flamies, but look, G's are pretty low. This is baby stuff for Val. Or maybe it was a lot higher just a moment ago. I don't think so. She's still going very fast. Wow. We're coming back out. We're coming back out. Yeah, I guess I'm not used to doing that. I didn't really look at where my apoapsis was after I did that. I'm used to coming back from the moon in Minmus, setting my periapsis at 45 kilometers and calling it a day. And we are coming back out. We're going to go back out to 781 kilometers. Oops. That's interesting. Wait, why are we... It wasn't letting me... Now it's letting me time warp normal light. That was weird. Maybe I didn't get right down to 1. That's interesting. I'll have to take a look at... 35 kilometers is better than... I've always done 45. But then I didn't pay any attention at where my apoapsis was when I was doing that burn to get my periapsis down. I'm used to coming straight back from the moon or Minmus. So I'll have to look at what those orbital parameters were in the stream. My guess is that the apoapsis was much higher. I didn't even look at what my entry velocity was at. My guess is I pushed my apoapsis up pretty high when I was doing that burn to bring my periapsis down. That's what I figure anyway. But it's all good. Well, hopefully this time we should be able to go around. I must have had a really high entry velocity. Now the entry velocity is not much more than orbital velocity, so should be good. Philip always uses 37 kilometers. I know, it's all, you know, it's not like you don't have a razor-thin margin like you would in real life. You can come in, as long as you don't come in, like, straight down, I think you're going to be okay. Alright, so now... Val got a little bit of an extension, extra innings as it were, onto her mission. But this time, no, now we are going down for sure. And no idea where. We are currently over water. That's okay. Val's tough. If we land in the forest, we can fight off the bears. Actually, I think we're going to come just short. Just short of the shoreline here. Oh, I kept my SS on. That was unnecessary, but turned out it wasn't a big deal anyway. Yeah, so my apoapsis was 13.2 megameters. It's just barely above the moon. Oh, after the maneuver is 12.5. Interesting. That doesn't seem like much of a change. Very curious. All right. And splashdown. All right. I'm so glad I did that. That wasn't really the plan. The plan, I said when I came into this stream, was that I was going to upgrade the astronaut complex, which I have yet to do. But instead what I did was I did my Mun Flyby, which I'm very excited about. She even had some EC left to play some mobile games for extra turnaround. Yeah. Okay, so we did get a little bit of science from that. Some part recovery. Valentina, of course. We have some debris here. I guess that's a... Oh, that could have been from the crash still left over. I want to take a look at my... So we got some milestones, some speed records, and a little bit of science from all that stuff. And explore the moon contract. Little bits of science from that. But the main thing is the cache. Look at my cache, though. Huge, huge cache. 305,792 curb bucks. I am upgrading that astronaut complex. It has been upgraded. We can now perform EVAs. Wow. Wow. I am so excited. I could... Well, actually, probably the next thing I should do is upgrade the vehicle assembly building to lose that 30-part count limit. But I'm looking at the time. I still got time to go. I still got more missions to do. So let's get back in here. We're barely into the stream. I mean, that seems like a good climax to leave things on. But honestly, I think I got more to do. Okay, so we do have this one Kerbal wants to go into orbit. Oh, there is a ferry, 2 tourists. I mean, I still need the money. Oh, wait. I promised. Going into the settings right now. I promised once I upgraded the astronaut complex that I would put this back. So, oh, why? Funds rewards are now down to 60%. Why is reputation at 100? I must have changed that too. Okay, but whatever. I'm going to change both of these to 60%. Science is still at 30%. 60% is the default for hard mode. And I'm going to hopefully leave it like this for the rest of this series. Okay, let's get back in here. Oh, but this gives me a cheat, doesn't it? Because I don't think I think these are still going to be high. They are. I should take advantage of this. We have conduct observational surveys of the moon now, like I'm going to do that. Just yet. Once that requires getting in orbit. That next step's going to get in orbit. Conduct a focused atmospheric survey of Kerbal. That's above a certain altitude. Explore the moon. I'm not going to grab this yet. I don't want to gobble up. Orbit the moon and then return back. That would be a sensible one to do next. But you know what? Maybe getting some batteries. Yeah, let's concentrate. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to ferry some tourists. And while we're up in orbit, we're going to do a whole army of EVA reports. That is what we're going to do. So it's going to be Valentina again. This time it's back to the tourist mobile. So this is the... where are we here? This one. Tourist Orbiter 1. We're going to put in our 2 tourists. And we're going to launch. So this is the same vessel, but more than just taking out... I don't know if I have the DV for polar orbit. You know what? You might have a good point. I mean, I've been getting up there with like 400 or 500 meters per second left. Marcoa is saying, what about a polar orbit? I think I can do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to go for a polar orbit. I'm cocky as shit now, so. Oh, okay. That's the texture I usually reserve for Bob. Alcan stole it. This is Bob's evil twin. Okay. We're going to go for a polar orbit. We are. And we're going to go towards the south. So that's going to be that way so that our boosters stand a chance of landing in the water, though I don't think they will. At least not the first set. Okay, so We're going to head off towards the south, 180 degrees, but a little bit west of the south. So maybe about 185, 186 degrees. That's what we're going to do. Try and pull that prograde vector over. So boom, 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 boom. And yeah, let's go. We're off. So we're going to go that way. that away. I think this thing has the DV to do a polar orbit. So the tourists are getting a little bit extra excitement for their money. So I do have to pay a little more attention to my heading. Whoa, I forgot about that. Don't leave it like this. Don't play too much. Oh, and I gotta remember to crank this up again. I kind of want to come a little more this way. Trying to pull it a little bit more towards the 180. Also trying not to have the rocket flip out. And I hope I have the fuel for this. I mean, worst comes to worst, we come back down again. If we don't quite make it. Reduce throttle a little bit. My Appleapsis is getting pretty high. So I'm not locking at the prograde because I want to kind of pull it a little bit more eastward than where it's currently heading. Off in this funky direction. So you can see, now you can see we've just gone to orbit mode. You can see where that prograde vector is. I want to pull that onto the 180. It's pretty close. Probably close enough. There's no requisite that this is a perfect polar orbit. Look at that, right on the, pretty close. 180 degree heading. Me likey. Me likey. Let's reduce throttle. Get up there. Wouldn't the polar orbit make it difficult to land at the KSC? Yeah, I guess. We could stay up longer. We could stay up. Look at that. I'm right on the 180 heading. I'm pretty happy with that. But what this does... Ooh, X Science. I got to remember my X Science button here. What this does is allows me to perform EVAs over all the different biomes. Okay, we're cutting that throttle. I can do an EVA report right now while we're in this upper. I might just... Let's actually roll it so the hatch is upwards. The air is super thin up here, so it is okay. So we're going to EVA Val. God, she's over here. I thought she was going to be at the top. And do an EVA report. Excellent. 2-point something something science board. Can turn this off. And this is where X Science really comes in handy, because every time I'm over a new biome, it's going to alert me to that fact. Now, I do... Yeah, we can do an EVA report real quick. EVA report, 2.4 science over the water, and we'll board with that. Again, did I put any extra science on this thing? No, of course not. Because I'm a dope. Because I'm a dope. I do have to watch electricity too. This has the same. But then again, Val did just go right around the moon, didn't she? Without any trouble. Alright, so where are we? We are getting... Well, we're at 81.2 kilometers for our Appleapsis. We can let this get a little higher. Probably better safe than sorry. Let's go. Still got some energy to add here. Yeah, this thing could do a polar orbit easy. Easy sauce. I'm glad I've lost track who suggested the polar orbit, but thank you. That worked great. Okay, so there's our polar orbit. And look here, look at that. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely. And we can be in the sun almost this whole time. Oh, this is our debris that went... This is from the service module from our Mun Flyby that's gone around. And now it's... I'll just have to delete that. Okay. So now... we'll be passing eventually over every biome in Kerbal. So we're going to keep some track of this. So EVA report 1 over the cold ocean. I don't remember when that got added. The cold ocean. It's the kind of thing I would never have looked for before until I saw it on when I did a ScanSat map. I'm like, what the heck is this cold ocean? I don't remember that. And it'll stop the time warp for me too, which is super nice. There we go. EVA again. Another 2.4 science. I didn't even keep track. That was the southern ice shelf. And what we can do is change this to EVA report. And I guess this is near space, I think it's called. Right? So these are all the ones that there are. Oh, wait, it's including the poles. Kerbal. Let's narrow this down a little further. There we go. So these are all... You know, I'm gonna... Oh, SAS is off. Good. These are all the ones we got to do. So let's see how many we can get. And maybe it's a little cheaty with the X science. I don't know, but... collecting science in this game is a bit of a pain. And EV report. Volunteer, hurry up. Shores? Yep. Shores. Board again. You know, I don't know. I don't think she has... Just realized something. Nope. She is Sans parachute and Sans EVA pack. Because I took those out. I bet you... Oh, but I bet you the tourists have them. Here, actually, just hang on a second. Okay, I'm going to do another EVA report. Okay, board again. It went away. It was there for a second. Ah! Keeps coming in and out, whatever it is. Shoot. Okay. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm going to open up this crew win... This one? Yeah. There we go. Our tourists, for whatever dumb reason, do have... And just in case Val's grip slips, I think that's probably a good idea. Or I mistakenly push the space bar and she lets go. Okay, and board. Shoot, I lost my X science window. There we go. We'll see how long I go for this for. And by the way, X-Science will work fine even if you have mods that change, you know, different planets and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't matter. It all still works. Okay. Whatever that was. Mountains. Yeah, there's also, I see here, cold shores. So somewhere that got added in. I don't know if I'll be hitting that or not. EVA report over the tundra. Yeah, I'm not gonna... If I hit the cold shores, that's great. But I do want to get northern ice shelf ice caps. That might be one of the... This is ice caps. And we want northern ice shelf. Deserts will be easy to get. We'll see if I get the Badlands or not. Oh, I saw the northern ice shelf there for a second. Try again. Yeah, Valentina. There it is. Okay, so let's get the deserts. And then the challenge is going to be, how close can I put this down by the KSC? That's going to be the challenge. I want to get the deserts. That's an easy one. Oh, and here we are. Still got the cold shores, wherever those are, and the Badlands. But what I want to do, and I'm going to try and do this here. What's a better plan is to put this on, because I think I got mixed up before. Oh, it's not showing it. That's interesting. Okay. Where's the KSC? It is there's the island airfield. There's the Kerbal Space Center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time warp. I'm going to try, it's going to be at night, but I'm going to try and put it relatively close to the KSC. We'll see how I do. And if I happen to hit the Badlands or this cold ice shelf on the way, then I'll take advantage of it. But otherwise, whoa. Badlands, EVA, Valentina. All right. There we go. So the only one I'm missing is this cold shores, whatever the heck that is. But we want to get the KSC and see how close we can get to it. I am so here. Let's turn that debris off so I don't have to see it. And by the way, for those that don't know mods, ScanSat is an awesome mod for just mapping out the biomes. And it's just an in-game way. I know you can get biome maps online. So I'm just looking at this. Here's the KSC coming at us. I'm thinking, yeah. Might have waited a little too long. I'm going to do the descent burn around here-ish. See how this goes. I think I waited a little too long. I should have done it on the orbit before this one. Okay, SAS on. Retrograde. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, we're not going to get whatever those cold shores are. I'm going to go for about 35 kilometers. Maybe a little more than that. There we go. Okay, we'll see how this goes. I always like to turn sideways before I do that. Oh, we're here. That sort of funky camera thing happened. That kind of threw me a little bit. Don't need this no more. Okay, how close do you think we're going to get? Here, we'll put on our KSC thing here so it will tell us how close we get. Yeah, I would think the cold shores have to be like an edge of an ice shelf or something like that. Okay. So here we come. I'm assuming we've done the... Yeah. We've still got to bring them back to satisfy the contract. Electricity's not an issue, so I don't have to worry about that no more. Got again some milestones here. We have performed a spacewalk. Yeah, we did. And we're this for the 2 tourists. I don't think there's anything for the polar orbit, but we did do that too. So here comes the KSC over there. We're just now 300 kilometers from it. We are coming into the water off the coast of the K, which is always my goal. So I'm happy with that part of it. Looks like I could have brought my Periapsis down a little bit further. I might be overshooting it a smidge. honestly, that ain't bad, I think. We are now under 80 kilometers from it, but this is going to start going up. We're going past it now. Yeah. I hope, anyways, we're going to end up in the water. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah, there's cities below us now. Oh, mountains below us. Oh, let's clear these mountains, please. Please, let's clear the mountains. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so much for landing in the water. That isn't going to happen, but I think we're okay. We got some debris coming raining down on the poor people of this community. But we don't care, because space travel's way more important. People's safety in their homes. Wow, we did narrowly miss these mountains, so coming on the side of a mountain is about the only way one of these things is going to go wrong. Interesting. Oliver says cold shores and cold ocean, but I think I've seen it in a different playthrough. Like, there's no mod that's adding them. They have to be something that got added in maybe right at the end, and the wiki's not updated as far as I know. I'll have to do some looking at it myself, but we are about to touch. Woo! We are in a bit of a hill. A little bit of a slanty slant, but let's recover while it's still standing. And there we go. So we collected 69 science in that little expedition from all those EVA, or no, 31 science. We're now up to 69 science, and that is going to be another tech node. So that's exciting. Some money back from recovering those capsules. And a little bit of a thunder boomer at the back. We got some contract parameters met for our tourist contract, but yeah, and we are at now 199,000 curb bucks. So got a science node to unlock. Let's go warp to daylight there. Got a science node to unlock. Got some more contracts. Got to pick what direction to go next. I think next really is to try and work towards upgrading the vehicle assembly building, get past this 30-part limit. But all of that is going to have to be for next week. So in the meantime, I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's watching this at a later date. And of course, and as always, an extra special thank you to my Patreon patrons and YouTube members who directly support this channel. And if you want to indirectly support the channel, there's always the like button and that notification bell, whatever the heck it does, and just leaving comments down there below the video. But thank you, everybody. Have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.